2021 has been a year of weather extremes, wildfires, tropical storms, hurricanes, including the destructive Ida earlier this month. Ginger sat down with John Kerry, point person on climate change for the White House, to talk about our changing world. Ginger.
Thank you, Lara. Climate change did not create the disasters we've seen. They've always been with us, but it has amplified them. And yeah, China produces 2 times the emissions that we do here in the U.S., but we're still number 2 and we got that whole legacy load. So the biggest economies in the world have to make urgent change. And this big climate conference coming up in November, it's being billed as the last best chance to make that happen. In less than a month, the leaders of the world will meet in Glasgow, Scotland, to attack the climate crisis at a conference called COP26.
To keep within our reach the vital goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, every nation needs to bring their highest possible ambitions to the table when we meet in Glasgow for COP26.
Many of the promises made in Paris 5 years ago have failed. I got to sit down with the White House climate czar, John Kerry, to see how this time needs to be different. Ambition without action is fantasy. How do we go from fantasy and make sure that doesn't happen and get measured result from 2 weeks in Glasgow?
This is the moment that the scientists told us we have now about 9 years within which to make the most important decisions that get us there.
I think Greta Thunberg says this is what betrayal looks like. Whatever our so-called leaders are doing, they're doing it wrong. And it made us think about that. It is a beautiful image of you signing the Paris Agreement with your granddaughter Isabel on your lap, and that's just 5 years ago or so. Do you think that as a globe the leaders have failed Isabel?
Well, a lot of them have failed, but I think it's unfair. And I understand Greta's frustration and anger. She's absolutely right to be pressing the urgency of our doing that. But there are leaders out there trying to get some things done, and we've got to speed it up.
Now, Kerry always says that it is not ideology, it is science and physics. So why is it so hard to get the world to buy in? We're going to attack just that and give some concrete ways that you can help on tonight's special report, Year of Extremes, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC News Live and Hulu.
Why is it so hard?
Yeah, I think COVID gave us a little bit of a parallel, and we were able to see how science not only is full of fear, I think fear is part of it, application. I mean, if you don't have access to it, it's not equitable to be able to do these things. So there are a couple of big things that they have to do, and the biggest economies of the world have to help other countries and communities within our own country to make it possible for everybody to do these things.
Little things can make a huge difference.
Ginger.
Yeah, so glad you're doing
passionate
this.
about this.
Yes, I am. See you tonight.
And you really break it down for us to understand.
I hope so.
Really great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.